What's up, guys? It's Casey. I'm back with the 9 to 5ers and my boy Ala. We're here to do an NFL wildcard game picks for this week because both of our teams are involved and we want to get you guys involved as well.
How's it going, guys? This is it. This is what we've been waiting for. The game starts now. It is wildcard week. This is when football matters. And like Casey said, both of our teams are in the hunt. So, goddamn, we feel good.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. In the first game, I'm going to throw out an AFC game. We got the Oakland Raiders against the Houston Texans. I think with either one of these teams not having very much going on with their quarterback situation, I'm going to throw it over to the Houston Texans because I think their defense is just going to shut down that offense, which is lacking a real leader right now. So.
Yeah, you know what? This game's actually a big shame. I feel so bad for the Raiders. They had like the Cinderella season. They're like everything's going for them. First time making the playoffs in years, and then Carr goes down. So, I was thinking about this one. I was gonna go with the Raiders because they've just been on this winning streak and they just keep finding different ways to win. But I don't believe in a third-string quarterback in the NFL. It rarely happens that you find a gem at that spot. And so I'm going to have to go with the Texans too. Well, you know what? Let's keep with the schedule. The next game after that is the Lions taking on the Seahawks. Big game over here in the NFC. And you have experience with the Seahawks versus minimal experience with the Lions in the playoffs. And the Seahawks are playing at home. This is going to be a huge game. The Lions have been looking hot lately too. They've also been finding different ways to win. Stafford's been pulling off comeback more than I think any QB's ever done. You know what? I'm actually gonna go with the Lions. I think the Seahawks are long in the tooth. They've been in the playoff picture for too long. You can't keep it going forever, especially in the NFC. This isn't a joke. AFC with the Pats getting BS wins, but we'll get to them later. I'm going to go with the Lions. And you know what? I'm going to say this game's not even going to be close. I say Lions win by 10.
As much as it pains me to agree with you, I completely agree with you. I think the Lions are going to come off that ass whooping, which was a close ass whooping that they took from the Green Bay Packers, and be on fire. And like you said, Seattle's been there. They're tried and tested, and they've got a really great team behind them, but I just think they're a little too comfortable, and the Lions are on fire, and they had a great season, so they're gonna come in hot, and I think the Lions are gonna steal that game away from the Seahawks. I don't think it's gonna be a big blowout, but I think it's gonna be an exciting game, so I'm excited for that one. The next game is Sunday, 1:05 p.m., and it's the Dolphins versus the Steelers. And I mean, I lean towards the Steelers. They are just solid and they're playing well. I think the Dolphins deserve to be there, and same thing, they're working their butts off, and if everybody can stay healthy and get in there, I'm going Steelers. I'm going Steelers.
Okay. All right. Steelers, fair pick. You know what? I'm probably going to have to follow you on that one again. I know we're not keeping it interesting with the fans that we're making the same pick, but man, the Steelers are completely healthy. You got Big Ben, you got Le'Veon Bell, who's been a monster. You got AB, who's just been killing it. Helped a few people with their fantasy this year.
You fucking asshole.
They're just too good. I mean, the Dolphins do have Jay Ajayi, who's a candidate for just being a monster at any point. But again, you got a backup QB versus Roethlisberger, who's just been tearing it up. He's been a nightmare in the playoffs. So with Big Ben, and I'd be shocked if this was a close game for real.
Yeah, I think the Steelers are going to run all over the Dolphins, which makes sense. So
now, let's talk about the game that matters. The only game of the week, the biggest game of the week, the most exciting game of the week, and the reason why they kept it for last. They keep the best for last. We've got the Packers, led by Aaron Rodgers, led by Mr. Relax, Mr. We're going to run the table, Rodgers versus my man, Eli Manning. But before we get started, let's properly assess this now. All right. The Packers, geez, guys have been looking great. We're playing in Lambeau, one of the toughest places to play the game. You know, they got all their weapons back. Cook's coming back in. You got Cobb coming back. Montgomery, whoever thought a wide receiver could be a running back. Listen, this is not going to be an easy game. This is not going to be an easy game for anyone, let alone the New York Football Giants. Now, Giants defense has been absolutely a monster to play against. The Packers have already beat them once, but the Giants are a completely different team from when they were playing them back then. And, you know, we have that X factor on our team known as well, anything could happen. So I'm just going to have to go with the Giants. No bias there whatsoever. No bias. But, I mean, we've done it twice. 07, 11, came into Lambeau, came out with the finger on top. All right.
Are you done?
G-Men.
You about done? All right. Okay. I mean, I'll give it to you. And we were talking a little bit about what was going to happen this week, and that Giants defense is tight. They're very good. They're playing really, really, really well. So I am going to give all the respect that is due to the Lions, or to the Giants defense. Excuse me. However, we also know who's leading that Giants offense into battle, and we know that he's going to be throwing some prayers out to some of those cornerbacks on the Packers team, and you know that they're always hungry for those picks off of Eli Manning, and they're going to be looking for them. So I think, like we discussed, it is going to come down to the strength of the opposition, of our weaknesses. So it's going to come down to the strength of the Packers defense and how well they hold up against the strength of the Giants offense. And I think it's going to be an exciting game. I know we're going to be streaming it live, so I'm looking forward to it. I hope that everybody's in there healthy and able to compete at their peaks, so that we do see a competitive game. But I mean, being a homer, I got to pick Green Bay as well. So there's no question. I can't pick the Giants, that's for sure. So we're hot.
You know what? The sad thing here, Casey, is that our teams had to play each other, and you know, only one of us gets to continue. That's the sad thing. The good thing is that we're guaranteed that one of our teams gets to continue.
That's true.
And like Casey said, we are going to live stream our reactions to the game while it's going down, and we're going to do some fun stuff. Stay tuned. We won't tell you what it is. It's a surprise. So make sure you tune in while watching the game and see our live reactions while we're watching the game, and some of the shit talking that's probably going to go down at the same time.
This dude, MMA Holds, is going off right now. He's saying
I love MMA Holds, man. You know this stuff.
He's saying Eli will throw 7 picks in the victory. I said picks or TDs. He said picks. I'm realistic. But ODB will not be stopped. I think you mean OBJ. But nonetheless, I respect this man. I watch his UFC fight picks, and he has like knowledge about MMA and the world of that. So I mean, shout out to you, MMA Holes. I appreciate you jumping in and giving your advice. We're gonna do this again for the next week's games when the Packers are playing whomever they get stuck with and who they have to beat. But we'll see what's up.